There were a lot of tits and cocaine in 80s movies. That's where Charlie Sheen got his start. I think he also did some acting.
Don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole.
There's two kind of 80s movies. 80s movies starring Kurt Russell and 80s movies not starring Kurt Russell. And Howard the Duck.
My favorite 80s movie was The Labyrinth. It's where David Bowie starred as a cross-dressing pirate who stole babies and danced with teenage girls. Classic Jim Henson.
80s movies really made America what it is. Risky Business, Karate Kid, and E.T. You know, you have hookers, an Italian, and an illegal alien.
I blame the Karate Kid for influencing me as a kid because I broke every piece of furniture in my house trying to do the crane kick. You know how many body parts I've hurt because I tried to do karate in the house?
Some people will tell me Terminator is a great movie. You gotta see it. It's as good as Terminator 2. And I will never watch it because 80s hair. I'll never connect with any of those human beings in that movie because 80s hair.
Harry and the Hendersons always depressed me. You know, like that scene where they tell him to go and they push him in the woods? Like, why? Because he's ugly? I'm sorry, John Lithgow, you're no prize either.
When you got to go, you need to go. When you go, you got to know.
Weirdly enough, the 80s had like some big stars that just happened to be puppets. Like Fraggle Rock, Alf, Boy George. He was my least favorite Muppet. I didn't like that one.
Goonies never say die.
We embrace the fact that if you could put a bra on your head, that you could create a woman using science. Weird science.
Harrison Ford was a big star in the 80s like he is now, but he was a big star. He is the only 80s actor who actually made it without wearing any neon colors. He is a lifetime autumn. Good for you, Harrison Ford.
Everything you need to know about the 80s and America, you can learn from Rocky IV. Anyone that's not American is pure evil. And to be American is to be an Italian with a speech impediment due to a birth defect.
I must break you.
I used to watch Pippi Longstocking. That's about a little girl whose father abandoned her, probably because she was a redhead.
I won't watch Footloose. You mean to tell me that there's a movie about white people dancing and it's not a comedy? Footloose is the white equivalent of Breaking 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Thundercats taught me that it's okay to be a homosexual if you're a cat.
My favorite movie is Die Hard because I love that movie. It's so hard. Air vent scene. I mean, it's seriously like my favorite hostage movie, you know, except for Breakfast Club, which is my other favorite hostage movie. 2 air vent scenes. Pretty cool.
I think almost every 80s movie had the obnoxious jock, the popular cheerleader, the geeky friend, and no black people.
I have a problem with the Breakfast Club. I find it very hard to believe that you have no blacks or Puerto Ricans in detention. John Hughes only does movies in Chicago. He never had that many black people in his movies. The most black people he ever had was that scene in Ferris Bueller where they're dancing to Thriller.
Who knew that the most annoying thing about the 80s would be all those talking head shows where they reminisce about the 80s? Oh, I'm sorry.
The entire cast of ASKHOLES looks like a shitty sequel to Police Academy.
What's my prediction for this show?
Like neon lights were everywhere. It's like a Lisa Frank trapper keeper had sex with Chrissy Cello and then all of a sudden there was the 80s.
My favorite part about the 80s is Lisa Frank.
There's always like this really wacky Asian guy. And I love Gremlins too.
Well, it wasn't in the movie. It literally, Sylvester Stallone, that's why.
Really?
Yeah. Because when they pulled him out with the clamps, they fucked his face up. That's yeah, it's dark. I went to a dark place.
I also liked Short Circuit, 3 Men and a Baby, The Princess Bride, Beetlejuice, Neverending Story, American Tail, Back to the Future, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's my list.
Am I the meanest?
Show enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Show enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down on this town?
Show enough.
Let it be known. Shogun in Harlem is here.
My stereotype in high school, I was Ali Sheedy. I was totally Ali Sheedy. Minus the pot. I was 100% Ali Sheedy, and which is really funny because, you know, like I grew up and like I lost the weight and I lost the braces and everything, and yet I am still Ali Sheedy.
How long